up, everybody? Everybody, what is up? GoreAphobe here, back again on a Tuesday night. I was going to do at one point. I was going to do watch along up on found footage, but I found that they're kind of a pain in the ass, and I don't dig doing the found footage watch along very much. So instead, I'm here with Karen from Ocean Chicks Films, and we're doing the classic, the iconic, The Lost Boys. What is up? How are you doing?
Hey, Gore, how's it going?
Very
Thanks for
good,
having
very, very
me.
good. Oh, no problem, no problem. Hey, I told you I would have you for a good one, and hey, I even gave you your pick.
You did, yeah. This is an excellent choice. Excellent film. Also, by the way, I love your intro.
Oh, thank you, thank
Cool.
you. Hey,
Yeah,
if I do two things pretty well, it's thumbnails and intros.
you do.
And
Yeah, you do.
as a matter of fact, since we're fucking around here, let me show you the old intro to And Horror for All when it was me and Nightwatch Zone.
Okay.
Check it out, check this out. Yeah,
It's a scream, baby.
I love that. What's the
that's when they
movie
had
with
the
all
first.
the hands? What's the movie with all the hands coming through the wall? What's that? You don't know. I
That was Day
stumped
of the
you.
Dead. That's the opening scene today. George Romero's Day of the Dead.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. I love that one too.
But
Very cool.
that was our intro. Of course, I'm working on a new one now. See who we
Oh,
got.
are ya?
Well, since it's just me, Ninja, what's up, Ninja? How you doing?
Hey, Ninja.
Sean, what's going on, man? Glad to see you. Everybody, don't forget to give
Sean.
us that thumbs up here so we can torment the earth with this show.
Subscribe to
Um,
his channel too.
you have officially hit 500
Oh, shut
subscribers.
up. Really? I don't believe it. Yay.
Awesome. Whoever gave her those next couple, don't forget to go watch a couple of videos. Watch a couple of full videos, leave a couple of comments, leave thumbs up. That way she keeps those subs and they don't take.
How exciting. That's awesome. You did it.
Ninja.
It's you're responsible.
Nah, Ninja and Sean just getting crazy talking at work. Yep. Working at work is overrated. Yep. Working at work is definitely overrated. Trick or
Yeah.
treat. What's up? What's up?
Hey, trick or
Most of
treat.
Yeah, most of you guys probably aren't used to seeing me with a co-watcher, or it's usually just me hanging out talking shit and running my mouth. But tonight, it'll be a cohesive unit running around. Katie, hey, what's up, Katie? How you doing? Always glad to
Katie.
always glad to see you. Sean, everybody saying hello to everybody. Yep, that 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 is awesome. Yes, congratulations on that 500. I am two away from 300. Last I heard.
Sub to his channel. Let's get him to 300.
Juno, hey, what's up, Juno? Eric, what's going? Yep, I'm at 298.
Hey, Juno and Eric. How's it going, Eric? Haven't seen you in a long time.
They are just they are just they are just talking, awesome.
Chatty.
Talking to each other. That is
Yeah.
always a very cool thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, tonight, unfortunately, though, hopefully you guys have physical copies of the Lost Boys, or you got $3 or $4, or you can, pay to rent it or whatever, or just bullshit with us while we watch it, however it goes, man. Because the Lost Boys is just one of those fun movies where you just kind of it's kind of an event. You know what I mean? Something like the Lost Boys is. You got certain movies that are events. You got Halloween, you got Chainsaw Massacre, you got The Lost Boys. You got I don't know. There's several of them like that. But this one I definitely consider an event. My favorite vampire film is Interview with the Vampire, but I do have a lot of nostalgia for Lost Boys. It just fits right into my age group. I remember when the two Corys became popular. Jason Patrick back then, so he still had his full head of hair, and all the girls were digging him. Kiefer was the ultimate bad boy in this. Eating
Yeah.
his Chinese food and calling them worms and maggots and all that. A little history on this movie with me personally. The girl I went to the prom with, my first love. Um, I got with her when I was 16. We were together until we were almost 20. This was her favorite film, and she was absolutely in love with the long black haired one, Billy Worth. She loved him to death. Had a poster and
Yeah.
everything. I hated him. I hated him because of that. I was like, that's so bitch. Because I was damn good looking back then, but I couldn't compete with Billy Worth then. And,
They were
and
cool
I was hot.
vampires.
I was hot, but not that kind of hot. You know what I mean? Or like a big
Oh,
muscle guy playing the saxophone. I couldn't compete with that son of a bitch either.
yeah, that. Yeah, that. Oh, I'm sure she loved you though.
Yeah, for a little bit anyway, for a couple years. So, what is going on? It said doing it at the end. Let's go ahead and talk about it now. What do you got coming up here, Miss 500 subs?
I guess I have to do a live stream now with that. Oh, okay, got to plan that. And I have an interview next week with a um, indie filmmaker that's going to be
Cool.
pretty cool, but I'm not going to say what it is yet. I'm going to keep that as a surprise, but that's coming up. I'm going to be interviewing him next week. Then the video will come out after that.
Right.
Um, what else? I've got like about 10 movies that I still have to review. Those are on my list. Um, and more watch parties. We're going to do next Saturday night the original Evil Dead watch
That,
party.
that is awesome. I
I think
I
so.
I
I
did
think it'll be fun.
I did Evil Dead about 3 months ago, and it was what I did on a Saturday afternoon. It was what I call Saturday afternoon wake up call. You know, and then the next Saturday I did the remake, and it did even better. So
Yeah, everybody
those
likes that one.
those go over really well. People just love Evil Dead in general. I am completely just
Yeah.
jacked all the way to the moon over Evil Dead Rise. That trailer. I put out a post on Instagram saying
Yeah.
it's like finally we have some mainstream horror that is real horror on mainstream. It's not sugar coated.
Yeah.
It's not all pretty. This is real nasty horror, and it's mainstream. If we get a bunch of those going mainstream, I wouldn't shit on mainstream so much.
Yeah. I went on Sunday to go see the Scream 6, and I'm not going to talk about it at all, but I saw that and they promoted Evil Dead in the trailers before. Seeing
Mhm.
that on the big screen, I mean, I actually was somewhat scared watching that, and nothing scares me anymore because I'm completely desensitized. But it was like, I got to go see that in theaters when it comes out. I cannot even wait until it
So
comes out.
much. So
Yeah.
I have agoraphobia, and I don't go do that kind of thing much. But I am going to see that one in the theater.
Oh,
I'm going to kick all my social phobias aside, and I'm going to see that one. They were
it's going to
going
be
to put
so
that
good.
directly to streaming. That was going to be directly to streaming, but
Was it?
but but the initial watch, because a few months before they always do this watch and they see how people react. The
Yeah.
reaction was so good, they decided to put it in the theater.
Okay. Okay. It's going to be
So
good.
that yes,
Yeah.
see on vampires, awesome, especially from dusk till dawn. I prefer the first part of From Dusk Till Dawn better than I do the second part. I thought that could have been a really killer movie with Tarantino being the weirdo pervert. I'm not a
I
big
like that one.
Buffy. I'm not a big Buffy type vampire fan. I don't like you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
you know, I'll leave it at that before I make enemies.
It's not our generation.
You're not 501, so you're getting a little bit of padding there. So Jamie,
Thank
hey,
you,
what's up,
guys.
Jamie? How you doing?
Hey, Jamie.
I'm going to get here.
501.
You see, Juno says, I hope Evil Dead Rise is better than the disappointing film Scream 6. Disappointing, huh? I was disappointed before it even came on. Hey, Trench, how you doing, man?
Hey, Trench.
Nice crowd in here. Nice crowd. Near Dark, yes. I haven't seen Near Dark in about 15 years. I'm looking for
That would have been
I
a good one.
Believe it or not, I don't have it.
I don't either. We should have it, though.
Yeah, I know.
Add it to the list.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a chance to, and it's got a nice media book. I just haven't got it yet. It's a damn good one. It's got a great cast. All right. All right. If anybody needs any more time, give me the thumbs up here, and we'll give you a little bit more time. If not, here in a few seconds, I will do the 5 countdown.
Okay, I'm going to get my player ready here.
I also need to upgrade my version of Lost Boys. I need to get that kick-ass steelbook, or at least 4K. I got the old-ass Blu-ray.
The Blu-ray? That's okay, though.
Yeah, but you know.
Yeah, I know. I know for you. I know.
I feel like I'm doing something wrong if I don't get the absolute best version of it.
Yeah.
But there's only so much money out there, you know.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I get that.
Got to make sure the 16-year-old eats and has a home before I get movies. You know?
Yeah, food. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Do I eat or do I buy that steelbook? No.
Right. You got to stay warm, especially if you live in Indiana like me. You got to have the gas on. You got to have heat. So that's more important.
Yeah, I'm from Northwestern Ontario, so I totally get that. I love living on the West Coast now, though, because it's not as bad. Like, don't have to worry about that as much. But I remember those days, those massive heating bills and having the heat off, freezing to death, and with the sweater, and then it kicks in, to conserve. Yeah.
Right. Standing on the heat vent with the blanket.
Yeah.
Gino says both Near Dark and The Lost Boys have 2 of Jason Miller's sons, Jason Patrick and Joshua Miller. Yes.
I didn't know that.
Jason Miller, who played Father Karras in the original Exorcist. Jason Patrick is his oldest son, and Joshua Miller, the little kid from Near Dark, is his youngest son.
I didn't know about Joshua Miller. That's cool.
He's also in a movie called River's Edge when Keanu was young.
Okay.
That's a good show. If you get a chance to watch it, watch that.
The River's Edge, yeah. I've seen that one.
It's really good. That is my favorite Crispin Glover role. He is completely over the top and insane in that. All right. Since somebody said nothing, I guess we'll start this count.
Okay.
Do you have yours ready?
Okay, one sec.
No. Oh, okay. Just let me.
Also want to worry about my volume too.
I can just hear it, and then I go with the subtitle. I had trouble last night with City of the Living Dead because all my copies didn't have subtitles. Can you believe that? Did not have subtitles. So I had to stream it, and usually there's only been out of like 60 some watch-alongs. I've only streamed the movie like 3 times. The rest of the time it's been physical copy.
Okay, right. And you will get a copyright claim if YouTube can hear it too. That's what sucks. I've had that before.
I've never had a flag. I've never had anything like that.
No, you're lucky. Yeah.
I'm real careful.
Yeah. Okay, I'm ready to go.
All righty.
Everybody ready?
Everybody is ready here. Okay, Sean said he'll be ready about 2 minutes. All right. Hey, Junebug. What's going on, Junebug? How you doing, bro?
Hey, Junebug.
River's Edge is fantastic, Jamie. Hell yeah, it is. It's got a very young Ione Skye in it. For those of you who don't know who that is, she's the chick from Say Anything with John Cusack.
Oh, okay.
He's holding the radio up too. Yeah. She's in that.
Cool.
This will be my first time watching The Lost Boys 4K. Do you have just the 4K, or do you have that 4K steelbook? I bet she's got that still book. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I do believe he does. He says now I am ready.
Okay.
8mm falling down, phone booth, and the Phantom of the Opera. Lost Boys a classic. It absolutely is, Trenchy.
Yeah.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna have to remind that
I
right
haven't watched this in a long time.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
Here, we'll get a little bit of music here just to get in the mood.
Okay.
As long as it's no longer than a couple of seconds, they don't get you. But like any movie scenes or any music, and they're really shitty. They're shittier about music than they are movie scenes.
Yeah, but you want to hear a story today that I learned? So my buddy Lee from Drum Dums did a hour and a half documentary that his wife and him spent 3 months making.
Yeah.
With video clips and footage of interviews and stuff with voiceover. It's top notch. He had 20,000 views already. Copyright strike and video taken down.
Damn.
Scream 6. I'm staying away from that movie altogether.
Yeah, I know Lee. He's one of the people that I watch. He's one of the ones when I wasn't even thinking about getting a channel yet. He's one of the ones I watched all the time. Lee, Cody, Dave McRae, people like that is who I watch just to be entertained back then.
Yep. Doesn't that suck?
Yeah.
That's like a slap in the face. Like anyway, so we should all be careful, I guess.
Especially people like that have done so much for YouTube, you know?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look how young Keith. Now, if you see Kiefer now, you look back at this year, you just like, damn, he's so young. The one time I seen him younger just a couple of times.
Yeah.
Of course, one of those times was oh god, I cannot remember the name of that damn film. But the other one was Stand By Me. I think Stand By Me was made like a year before this.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
It's fantastic. Here's this guy. That's why he just kind of gave him a green. He's like, "Yep, okay, all right. You want to try to bully us? So all right, we'll leave him alone. We'll just wait until you're here and everybody's gone."
I would love to go visit this amusement park because it's still there.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. It's it's somewhere in California or something like that, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. The place where this was named San Carlos. Is that it? It's fictitious. But it was. I forget what place it's filmed in, but yeah, California.
Yeah.
Yeah.
San Carlo or some shit like
San Carlo and whatever the actual name of the place is, I forget. But yeah, it's there.
Jamie Gertz. At this time, the only time I had ever seen her was in Less Than Zero with James Spader and Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, remember that one?
Yeah, that was a good show too. That's a rough one too.
It's a rough one, yeah. That was a good movie though.
Oh hell yeah!
I wonder if she's still acting, Jamie Gertz.
I also seen her in a couple episodes of Family Ties back in the day too. She was the chick that Michael J. Fox Alex was after to go to the prom with, and he ended up going with her and this other girl that actually liked him.
Right.
You know? But Jamie Gertz played the girl that all the guys wanted, and Alex finally talked her into going with him. And, but she was kind of this empty-headed beauty type. You know what I mean? That's what she played.
Yeah.
It was like the second season, maybe.
Right.
I love those old sitcoms.
Santa Carla, that's what it's called, but that's fictitious.
I've realized I haven't watched this in a long time, but it's just one of those, you see so many times. And of course, like I said, the girl I was with, it was her favorite film, and we were together for 3 years. So you can imagine how many times I've seen it.
Yep.
Like
I had the poster.
He's a huge vampire fan. I've never read any of the Anne Rice, um, any of the Anne Rice vampire novels,
Right.
but she would sit on the phone with me and she would tell me from beginning to end. Um, the interview with the vampire, Vampire Lestat, we have the Dan to the point to where, and she told it so well that I feel like I read those books.
Read the books. Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
And
It
this is
makes me think.
before they ever came out. This was like 90. We got together in 90 and broke up in 93. So
Yeah.
this is before Interview with the Vampire even ever came out.
Yeah. This is like 87, right? Or
Yes.
89, something
Yes.
like that. Yeah.
This
I was
1986.
starting university back then.
I was 14.
No, was I? Yeah, I was.
I was 14.
You were 14? I was 18, I think.
You're older than me?
Yeah. No, I'm younger. Whoops.
Say, I definitely look older than you.
No, you don't.
Damn it. Yeah.
Yeah, 87, I graduated high school.
I was supposed to graduate in 94.
I went to grade 13, though, because that's what they did back then. So, to be fair, it was 5 years. Yeah.
Really? Grade 13?
Yeah, I had to go and take extra courses so I could go to university after, or otherwise I couldn't go. I guess
So
you could
what,
have crammed it into 4 years, but it was too much.
so what they call it then? Because they call ninth grade to freshman, and then 10th sophomore, and juniors 11th, and seniors 12th.
I don't
So what?
know. I don't know. Not that a lot of people did that grade, but I did. It was like I don't think it was like a full course load, but I had to take the extra classes to get in.
Sean says, don't touch his Oreos.
Are
Yeah,
you eating Oreos?
so I keep my Oreos. No one touches those but me. I never would have guessed
Oreos.
4 Ocean Chicks films age. I would have
Everything.
guessed
I'm old.
she's married.
Oh,
Listen to Junebug, hell yeah. You're 30, Junebug? I always thought I was fucking 30.
30 is a good age.
Heard Rocky 4Ks have problems. They just wait before you buy it until it gets fixed. Yeah, I heard that too, and I almost got all 4 steelbooks.
What's wrong with them?
Same age, GoreAphobe. Yeah, I will be 50 May 14th.
I'm a couple years older.
And May 4th is my 2-year anniversary on here.
Nice.
So
very nice. I started YouTube a million years ago, and then I didn't do it for years and years and years. And then I think around 2021, thereabouts, I got more back into it again and went with it. Yeah.
out of the drawer it says old fart. Nobody touches the second shelf but me.
He was cool. That was cool.
Yeah. I
His root
love
beer.
the relationship between these two, between the brothers. You could tell. I mean, they really feel like brothers. They really
Yeah.
feel close. They mess with each other, but at the same time, you know they'd go the end of the earth for each other. You
Yeah.
can just feel they don't know how cynical and weird and what's that word for an old weird odd person is. I tried to think of this the other night too, and I could not think of this word the other night.
Eccentric?
Eccentric. They didn't realize how eccentric the old grandpa is.
Yeah.
He steals things and gives it to him and creeps them out on a regular basis.
Yeah.
See, I never understand how these big studios let their products out to the public. Man, it's a simple
Yeah.
case. Screen Factory and Arrow started doing that real bad. It's a simple case of putting out too much at once.
Yeah, because those aren't cheap products.
Right. You know,
That's
it's
sad.
they try to come out with too much. Like Screen Factory never just comes out with one. There's like 4 or 5 or 6 of them at once, and it'll have a
Right.
steelbook, it'll have a 4K, it'll have a figure, it'll have a vinyl, and it's just too much. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
you get
Well,
the best quality control when you go for quality over quantity.
right. But then you buy it, you pay all that money, you got to have it shipped, you got to wait for it. I'd be really pissed off if that happened.
Like, I'm still waiting for my Stevie Wayne, Adrian Barbeau, the Fog figure, and
Okay.
I and we've had the steelbook and the rest of the package since like October.
Right.
We're still waiting for that figure that was supposed to come with it. Yeah, I'm with my Adrian Barbeau. My folks complained why didn't Grandpa tell the family about the vampires being in Santa Carla? Yeah, yeah. He tells them at the end. That's one thing I never liked about Santa Carla. All the damn vampires. Always got the body of the vampire. It's just a normal thing. Yeah, it's just a normal thing to him. It was just an oversight. He just figured everybody knew about it. There he is.
Yeah.
Here's this big obnoxious long haired butt fucker.
I love this part.
You and every other woman, yeah.
I
The
love
Hulk,
Jason
man.
Patrick so much though.
Yeah, look at this big fuck, man. He's up there singing, dancing around and shit. And then he whips out the saxophone and really gets his game going.
Yeah.
You can't get no more game than playing the sax like that. The saxophone's just a sexy instrument, you know?
Yeah.
It really is. Like the fucked up thing about this guy is he can sing, he can play the
Oh,
saxophone, he
thank
jams,
you.
and he can kick your ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it just ain't right. Junebug says Ocean Chick has a new follower, and he is the greatest man in the world, and it's me.
Thank you. Oh,
The only company I trust for 4K is Vinegar Syndrome, Kino Lover, for Screen Factory. Don't forget about Second Sight. Second Sight's bad as fuck too, man. They haven't fucked up yet. And Blue Underground.
I'm learning so much.
June 4K was a disaster. Yeah, that was another Shout Factory. Ninja says, plus if we told them they would have had him committed. Yeah, well, he seems kind of like he's committed anyway. You know, the grandpa, you kind of feel like he's a couple of sandwiches short of a picnic, you know?
Ah,
Yeah, that 4K was big disappointing. That film was classic and deserved much better. I hope Vinegar Syndrome gets a tune 4K. They've been releasing MGM titles. Very cool.
so
Oh,
if the 4Ks are screwed up, are they okay with returning them? Or do you get a hard time?
yeah. What they'll do usually in this situation is they do a disc replacement. What you got to do is you got to go to like a website and then let them know and put in like your proof of purchase.
Yeah.
And then when they the corrected disc will be sent to you.
Okay.
Tina says that saxophone dude performed with Tina Turner. Yeah, I forgot about that. Tina Turner never got old, did she? I still don't think Tina Turner's old.
No.
I think she's still got them legs. But a
Yeah.
lot of big classic movies coming in the public domain. I thought about doing that, doing the special edition DVDs, but only public domain movies. Junebug, he's like an encyclopedia. This guy knows a lot of shit about movies.
Cool.
He's one of them people that I refer to as like a Mr. Trivia. I'm pretty good with it, but there's a few on here that just bury me trivia.
That's cool.
In fact, these transfer issues will always be the reason why they're in the rearview mirror. But they always seem to sell out though. The street factories are calling them scheme factory. I love this comic book shop.
Oh, yeah.
I remember when there was a bunch of these around. It's where you
Yeah.
could find rare action figures. You could get rare like trading cards.
Yep. We still have a couple here. We have one that's called Curious Comics. It's pretty cool. There's
We
another one too. I forget the name, but yeah, pretty cool.
Phil lives in Canada, and he has a really cool place where he can pre-order stuff, and they know him so well that he can put
Cool.
holds on shit. So
Yep.
you know what I mean. That's
Yep.
where he gets all of his, because this guy Phil has got unbelievable horror memory.
Cool. This comic book store too got ruined, destroyed, I guess, in the earthquake that happened there. But then the guy moved it and it still exists, apparently.
I love the overacting by Feldman here. The way
Yeah.
the way he talks like this.
Yeah.
Vampire comics around. He's just Feldman. I was always a much bigger Haim. I always thought Haim was much better than Feldman. You know, I just liked him better.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
It was a real shame when he died. He died within 1 week of
Yeah.
another dude I liked, which was Janie Lane, the lead singer of Warrant.
Oh,
I,
yeah.
I know Warrant was supposed to be like this hair band and all this, but Warrant, not the songs they released, but the other songs that weren't released that were on their tapes and CDs, they
Was good.
they had some damn good songs. Remember they did Heaven.
Cool.
Remember Heaven?
Yeah, Warrant. Yeah, totally. I'll have to look for those other songs though.
But yeah, most of their best songs are ones that they didn't release on radio.
Right. Well, that's good to know.
A lot of people don't know that. That was a hair resume. That was a hair band. No, they weren't. They did what they had to do to begin with. They had to look that way just to be able to get a record deal
Yeah.
at that time.
Yeah.
Here you go. They didn't want this girl. They were messing with her. They didn't want her. They just wanted to piss him off so they'd have an excuse to kill him and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These aren't nice guy vampires.
No.
These are assholes. And they take great pride in. They enjoy hurting people. Yeah. Yeah, this is their little ride into town. You want to ride in town? Yeah. And he sits there and he's all excited and shit. And he's like, all right, there you go. And he's like, I thought we were going into town.
Yeah.
It's close to town as I'm going to get. Yeah. Now he's talking like this. Okay. Because he thinks they're a couple of weird, crazy ass kids. Because they just got to tell him there's vampires all over the place. He's like, what? I mean, what would you say if somebody told you that?
That's true, right? I think he was a crazy old man.
Yeah, and these are two weird kids that talk weird. They own this comic store, and their last name is Frog.
Yeah.
And he first meets them, and the second he meets them, they're talking about how there's vampires all over the place.
Yeah.
He's like, all right. And she likes him because he's not a vampire.
Jamie Gertz, you mean?
Yeah, she likes she likes his, you know, she thinks he's all hot and shit, and he's not a vampire, and that's what she wants, is the opposite of what she doesn't want to be with these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Kiefer Sutherland plays such a good bad boy.
He does, right?
He just looks like such a dick. Look at him. Yeah. There's a kid. I cannot remember this kid's name earlier. I could not remember. It's Laddie. Right? Laddie. I do.
Is it?
Or is it? Let's reach out to these guys here. They'll know. Oh yeah, here we go. Aim is awesome. This is Marty and Silver Bullet. Silver Bullet's great. Gary Busey was so great before he suffered that motorcycle accident. Gary Busey was so good. Shame though, Jason Patrick deserves so much better. Speed 2, not his fault. Yeah, Jason Patrick looked like he had such a great career ahead of him. You know, you could just I thought he was going to be so huge,
Yep.
and then just a few little bad choices is all it takes.
He was in a really bad, I think, relationship thing too. I think he had some
Yeah,
issues, private issues too, that he went through.
he made a
That's
good
what I
movie
read.
with Jennifer Jason Lee called Rush. You remember that where they were
Oh, yeah,
undercover
that was a good
narcotics?
one. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a good film.
jackass vampires. Yeah, yeah, they are jackass vampires. They do kind of yeah. I do like Warren, and yeah, probably my favorite song is the most popular track by probably because I love the Bobby Brown in it. Yeah, put a smile on your face, 10 miles away. Check out the audiobook version, narrates it, and she has this Lauren Bacall type of voice now. She does not hold back with the details. Lauren Bacall, yeah, and you know how to do it. Just put your lipstick up. Vinegar Syndrome, like Chainsaw Massacre 2. I was so lucky to finally get a hold of that. It had sold out and everything, and I got my hands on it, and I was so happy. I got it for a good price, and damn it, they brought it back into Vinegar Syndrome, and now it's not anything special.
Ah.
Pretty sure it's Laddie's. So Ninja says it is Laddie. Patrick's was awesome in
Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. You
wasn't
win.
just wasn't Jason, wasn't Jason Patrick always also in that one movie? God, I can't remember the name of it. The damn thing, but it had Kevin Bacon in it, and oh shit, it's one where Kevin Bacon and it's about a boys' school. These young boys get sent to a boys' school, and Kevin Bacon and his friends are the correctional officers, and they
Sleepers?
assault sleepers, and they assault them, and yes, and then they come back and kill his ass. Yeah, sleepers, exactly. They,
Yep,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought Jason Patrick was in that too. Yep, yep. Sean says yes, it's Laddie.
it is. Yeah.
Another Laddie. Jason Patrick, the next big comeback in Hollywood movie because he was a damn good actor. The first show I ever seen him in was called Tough Love, and it was a made-for-TV movie. It starred him, Bruce Dern, and Lee Remick, and it was like it was a Lifetime movie before it was Lifetime, so it was like the CBS or ABC Sunday night 10 o'clock movie type thing,
Right.
and he plays a kid that gets with the wrong crowd in high school, and he gets hooked on drugs, and it destroys his life, and by the end everything's good. But it's a really good show. It's really hard to find.
Well, you never know what's going to happen. I mean, we just had that like lockdown and everything kind of went kablooey, so he could come back.
Yeah, yeah.
You never know.
Um, I remember several years ago I found out that he was
Yeah, I.e., not why. I saw that too. I
you know
didn't want to
that
be rude.
he was Jason Miller's son, and that blew my mind because just like he does not
Yeah.
look like his dad.
No, he doesn't. I did not know that like forever. Learned that just a little while ago too. That's very cool. Can you imagine how cool that would be?
He must look like his mom. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So hey Nanette, how you doing? Thanks for coming by.
Hi,
Appreciate it.
Nanette.
Bruce Dern, yeah. Bruce, oh man. Every time I think of Bruce Dern, I think of the Hateful Eight. And what he finds out that his son did. Remember, Samuel Jackson tells that story. God, that is so hard to hear. Pretty, pretty doggy. That would freak me out. The stuffed ass beaver standing there staring at me. Reminds me of the Naked Gun, though. Nice beaver. Oh, thanks. I had it stuffed myself.
Yeah.
Look at it. He's looking at it and going, "What's up?" I'm his friend now. Now I live here too. He's talking to your history, buddy. He was at the closet, and there's like 20 or 30 of them in there. That's nice of the old guy to do that, though. He means well. He means well. You wouldn't want to hurt his feelings. Vampires
Hey,
that eat.
hey, Nanette.
I always thought that was interesting. Vampires that eat. Laddie Thompson's his name. Cool. He
Yeah,
must be a
good old
relation.
trivia.
Must be a relation to me. There's my fiance. Hi, baby. Thanks for coming through. Give me a thumbs up.
Hi, Gretchen.
That's my fiance. That's my baby. I'm pretty damn good. Enjoying doing this show. 2 nights. This is my third night in a row of the 5 night stint. 5 nights in a row.
Is it?
Yep.
Wow.
Sunday night I was with Werewolf doing episode 2 of Penny Dreadful, the series Penny Dreadful.
Okay.
And then last night I did Lucio Fulci, Living Dead.
Okay.
Tonight, of course, we're doing this. Tomorrow night I'm with Sean and JT, and we're going to be reviewing. We're not reviewing. We're doing a watch along of Maniac Cop.
Okay.
And
Oh,
then
cool. I just heard about that.
Thursday night, I do my show that I'm doing with my 16-year-old every week now. It's like an 824 type show, and we're doing the Black Coat's Daughter review.
That's fair. Your son is, wow, good job. That's all I gotta say.
Smart kid.
I'm impressed
He's
for that
passion.
age.
Oh yeah, he's
Come
way
on.
ahead. Like I
Yeah.
wish I was there when I was 16. He just turned 16 in January.
Wow, and so well spoken to. Usually boys are quiet at that age. They just get like
Yeah.
super quiet. And they don't talk. It's all like, yep, no, I don't know. Those of my nephews were like that when they were that age. But no, he's like really well spoken and knowledgeable, and yeah, he should stick with it. I think he could go far with it.
And films aren't even his top passion. He's passionate about it, but his top passion is certain things with video games, the D&D, the old
Okay.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yep.
He has friends and they get together and play D&D. They get the
Okay.
Dungeon Master and all that.
Yep.
But he's a big God of War fan.
Okay.
And he's a big anime fan.
Yep.
And he loves films, and he's now starting to really get into music, which I love that because
Yeah.
so he has so many passions,
Yeah,
and
that's
he's
cool.
so smart.
Yep. And you encourage it, obviously. So that's good.
Yeah. My dad was
Cool.
never around, so when that happens, you find you do one of two things. You either when you grow up without a father or mother or whatever, you
Mhm.
either follow in their footsteps and do just like they did, or you do the opposite. And I
Right.
did the opposite. I gave up. That's why remember me telling you about I didn't
Yeah.
follow my musical dream
Yeah.
because I wanted to be able to be a dad that I didn't have.
Yeah. That's cool that you did.
Yeah, I've never regretted that. I regret not being able to do the music, but not
Right.
the decision I made
Yep.
because I found several other passions. So
No, and you're being creative now, so you're getting your time back now. You can be creative and do your stuff. That's kind of what I'm finding now too, because my daughter's 14, and I'm slowly getting back to me again.
cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll ever put the Final Girls thing back together and everything? Because that sounds like that was pretty cool.
We're trying. Katie's back now, so we'll probably do stuff here and there. But it's hard organizing with everybody's schedules because work and the time changes and all that kind of thing. But yeah, absolutely. We're gonna every now and then we'll jump back on lives and stuff like that for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you got Jamie Hart running around too. Maybe you ought to try to recruit Jamie.
Yeah. Jamie. it's
She
out there
might still be
now.
around here. She might still be around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Let me see. Everybody's
Yeah,
saying
it's
hello
fun
to
doing that.
you. Thank you. Thank you to everybody saying hi to my fiance. Let's go to still available. Yeah, I know, but there for a minute it wasn't. Yeah, I thought I had really done something good. Let me see. I think your son. I think your son other or should pursue filmmaking as a dreams over. Yeah. If hey if that becomes his top passion, then I'll support it all the way. But if not, he's 16. He hasn't had anything but an A on his report card
Nice.
since first grade. He's got a 4.0 grade average, so
Oh,
he
that's
could do
awesome.
anything he wants to do.
Yeah. That's cool that you just let him, you just support whatever he chooses to do. That's cool.
Yes, he always calls me Other Gore because of Corey King Gore. Interesting. Would you ever be interested in scoring? Scoring? What do you mean scoring? Scoring? Like music scoring for like films and shit. Um,
That
I
would be
don't have
cool.
I don't have my voice anymore. I lost it because I've smoked for 35 years and stuff. I don't have the throat I used to have, but um, and that was my passion. That was my love. Like I didn't even play an instrument because I wanted to do it all with my throat. I wanted to be able to interact with the crowd. I wanted just like I do here with the chat. I'd love to interact.
Yeah.
Like I fuck up a lot of watch-alongs doing that shit, but I have gotten to where I can multitask. Usually, if it's just me and the chat and the film, I can do it. But when I have a guest, I get lost in it and shit because I have now it's so rare. You know like you're in a really rare spot because I don't allow many people to come on here with me at all.
Well, I thank you.
No, no problem, no problem. And I'm glad that interviews finally started kicking off a little bit. I was worried. I
It
seen
will.
only like 30 views yesterday, and I was like, man,
No,
I feel
no. My channel's like that. I mean, we're not huge yet. Like it's so that always happens. I'll hit like 30 or so to start, and then over a few days it'll grow because it was a weeknight. It's a 35-minute video. Like that's long. It's a commitment for people to sit down and watch. And so it just takes time. I never worry about that. It always gets there. You can
maybe
tell when something's going to crap out. And I knew that one was not going to crap out. I knew it would go. So
I don't know. Maybe it's a case over the last few months. Maybe I've gotten a little spoiled with the numbers. You know what I mean? Because my numbers, I don't know how it happened, but my numbers got really good over the last several months. I don't know what I did so right, but it's really cool.
you're working at it and you're doing a lot of uploads. I think that's really key, actually, sticking with it and doing it. You got, like you say, you got to get in that algorithm and keep it going.
Yeah, I
Like
try to
when someone
stay.
uploads once a month, it just doesn't happen because I don't get notified if someone uploads once a month. I have to go to their channel and check them out. And the odds of that are, you're following like a million people. You got to watch all these watch parties and stuff. That's impossible to keep up with.
Yeah, I've got a I've got a haul coming that I'm going to do soon. I'm a new Blu-ray 4K haul that I've been saving back. I'm getting ready to do, and
Okay.
I'm going to do a couple of the NECA Universal uh, monster figures that I'm going to review that I haven't done yet.
Yep.
And I'm actually going to start doing some actual film reviews. That's something I've never done much of. Everybody else
Really?
does so much of them that I was like, nah, I've never been a reviewer.
Oh, you should
I
definitely do that. Those are fun to do.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do a review if I'm with somebody else, but I've never done a review by myself of a film ever.
Oh, well, I look forward to watching those.
That's something that's the only thing that I'm a little nervous of. That's the only thing.
Why?
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not nervous about anything else. Like I'm completely at home like this.
Well, you just have to
But
find a way to do it that's yours. That's all. That you're comfortable with. You don't have to do it like everybody else does it.
right, well, I'm cursed with doing stuff my way. I can't help that. That's a curse.
Well,
For better or worse, for
you
better
know,
or worse, I'm cursed at doing it my way.
yeah. Well, I think YouTube, that's what YouTube's all about, is doing your own thing. I think.
Yeah. That's why I was surprised, when you told me that I kind of had my own thing and everything going on. I was like, yeah, and I thought about it, I was like, well, yeah, I guess for better or worse, I do.
Yeah, you do. Of course you do. I mean, your physical media collection is just awesome. Like, I think you should even dive more into that on videos. I'd love to watch that. And yeah, your thoughts, like you have lots of ideas and thoughts on movies. You should totally be talking about them. I love that. I like watching those kinds of videos because then it makes me like, oh, I didn't know about that movie. And then I go watch it because of that, you know? I just don't like when someone just like either loves it or trashes a movie like super fast and
Yeah.
then like why don't you like it or why do you like it, I want to hear that stuff, but I love that. It's fun.
Get into what I like to get into, especially watch alongs when I'm by myself and stuff like that. I kind of do a review of the movie and the characters while I'm doing that. I guess
You
you could say.
do, yeah.
I look at things from the point not of the actors, from the point of the characters.
Right,
I talk about the characters as if they're real people,
right.
and
Yep,
I describe what they're doing and why they're doing it as if they really exist, which is kind of strange, I guess, but that's the way I have fun doing it.
right,
Why he's doing this, because so many characters you look at it and say, why in the hell is he doing that? Well, I think about it and I come up with a reason why he might be.
right. Very cool.
Like
I,
these two still feel like brothers to me.
yeah,
Like the vampires, they don't feel like that they were related or even necessarily friends. They feel like they're from different times and from different places. The vampires
yeah,
do. That's just good filmmaking.
yeah,
It has to start with a great script. Just I can't remember what director said. It said it has to start with a great script. From there, you have to find the actors that can do that script.
yeah,
From there, you've got to have good cinematography and good directing. And
yeah,
after that, the final step is a good score. And if you put all that together, you got a great film.
yeah, yeah, I have to agree with that.
But it has to start with a great script. It has
Yeah,
to.
yeah,
Lots of great actors' careers have went to shit over bad scripts. Yeah, he's starting to not be so much him now. And the dog, even though he knows him and loves him, he don't recognize him. To him, to the dog, this is not Michael.
no,
He's trying everything he can to keep from going there and killing his old brother. He don't know how close he is to dying. But this dog says, "Fuck you! You're not hurting my Sam, motherfucker." That purdy dog.
yeah,
That's a Siberian Husky, I think, maybe,
I
or
think
that or an
so.
Alaskan. It's either that or Alaskan. That dog looks shitty. It actually looks like it might have a little bit of wolf in it too.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous dog.
Bend back and tell them you're on a mission from God. You guys are a horror movie. Um, that was a hard one for me, Junebug. That was hard for me to let that go. That was very heartbreaking for me. That's why I don't revisit it. That's why I moved on. I got rid of all my old tapes and everything that we did. I threw them away because it was just painful for me to keep reliving what could have been. That's how seriously I took it. I have no sign, no nothing. I threw away all my songs, everything I ever wrote. I got rid of all.
Yeah, I've been there a couple times in my life too.
I had to just completely erase it. So that's why I don't. That's why I
It's
would
not
never.
your, yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, I get that.
It's too
Well,
hard.
do you know what though? I believe life is all about chapters. So you're gonna I always try to tell my daughter that too, that don't feel like it's the end of the world because you're gonna go through so many different experiences. And I look
Yeah,
back on my 5 decades and I've had lots of chapters, and it's been cool,
yeah,
all the experiences. And I expect I'm gonna have more even. So
yeah.
should never be sad.
And not all of them are going to be easy. As a matter of fact, most of them are going to be harder. You're going to
Yep.
find harder ones than you're going to have easy ones. But
Yep.
you're going to have twice as many bad times as you're going to have good. But those bad times make the good times so great.
Yeah.
And and you learn so much. If everything's easy and great, you never learn shit. You become an asshole.
And you get bored and you don't like things. You don't appreciate things either. But yeah, and you'll get through it, you know.
Yeah.
It might be hard, but you'll get through it. Yeah.
Thank you, Sean. Appreciate that. It's just Keith is good with these things. That is my name, by the way, Karen. My name is Keith.
Okay, Keith. I'm
So
still
Keith,
gonna call you Gore though.
most do. Phil calls me Keith, and a couple other people. Keith is good with these streams. He interacts and can juggle everything properly. I think, yeah, I appreciate that. That's what I try to do. I try to make these watch along / discussion / commentaries feel like we're all sitting together. Since we can't be together and watch these films together,
Yeah. Yeah.
we can do it this way. Like we're all sitting in one room as friends, enjoying a film we've seen a million times.
Yep.
And what are you going to do when that happens? You're not going to sit there and just watch like this. You're going to talk too.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
That's what I want my watch alongs and my shows to feel like.
Yeah.
And I hope that they do, at least somewhat.
Yeah, they do.
And then that says, so I have a question. Which one of these two movies with Corey Haim do you think was a better movie for him? Lost Boys or Silver Bullet? A performance from him, better movie, what? Lost Boys is probably slightly the better movie altogether. It's definitely more iconic. He always put out a great performance. He was younger in Silver Bullet. That's a hard one. Most people are
Yeah.
gonna pick the Lost Boys, but Silver Bullet holds a place for me too. I went to the theater with my mom and seen Silver Bullet. I went to the theater with my mom a lot back then.
Cool.
And I was a big fan of Gary Busey back then before he had that crash and his brain fell out of his head.
Yeah.
It says, but you and Frank Sinatra, you do it my way. Yeah. I have to go with Silver Bullet. Wow. Because he was young and in a wheelchair. He did that. That is a good point. And he did a damn good job with it. Like when he leaned himself out and shit, it looked like his legs didn't work. And that's hard for a kid hit the age he was at the time. I mean, he still had the buck teeth going. He was so young. He hadn't even grown into his teeth yet.
Yeah.
It says, what's Karen's least favorite A24 film? Are you an A24 fan?
I haven't watched too much of them, but I'll answer it. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
X.
That makes sense.
Don't unsubscribe. Don't unsubscribe to my channel. I wasn't
actually one of my lesser favorites. I like the complicated. I like the artsiness of the A24, and X just doesn't have that like a lot of them. You know what I mean?
Wasn't my favorite.
It goes a little more the slasher way. X is probably one that me and my son probably won't do because he doesn't care for that type of thing either. He's not a slasher fan. Yeah. He loves the whole oh god, the whole A24 of it, like Saint Maud, like the Black Coast Murder. He likes the one you got to figure out. You got to think about.
Yeah.
And it says, I have to agree with you, Sean. Ooh, very cool. That's what I try to do on my channel. I look at 4 or 5 points, and then overall, then I have my savage reviews. Oh shit, sorry, which are low budget trash. Yeah, I like the way you do that. You have your ones where you review, and then you have the ones where you're savage reviews, which means you're gonna get all nasty and shitty about it, which is really cool. What the hell happened? Something screwed up. I'm trying to cover all your guys' stuff here and do the movie.
We're talking so much.
These guys are
yeah.
But I fucking love it. So
yeah,
that's okay. 15 row. What we got here?
Is StreamYard jumping around? Sometimes it does that. It's frustrating.
Life is a boxing ring. You will get knocked down. That's what Juno says. But only you are the one that decides if you're going to get up and make that 15 rounds. That's straight up. That's straight up from the Sylvester Stallone Rocky attitude. It's not how many times you get knocked down. It's how you get back up.
Yep.
And the difference in your life, whether you accomplish anything in your life or not, is whether you're willing. He says this in part of is whether you're willing to get up and fight that extra round, even when you think that you can't.
Right.
That's what makes the difference in your life.
Yep.
Even when you think you can't, you do it anyway.
Yep.
That's how you accomplish. Good point. Latest overall film. Lost Boys is a better overall film, I think. Maybe it's higher on the fun meter. Not necessarily a better film, but it's just a fun. You know, I like how the vampires are not nice guys. They have no morals. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a shit. They like to torment. They like to kill, and they like to tear people apart. Like like the part where they all go and they kill those punk rockers. They did
Yeah.
that shit for fun,
Yeah.
and they enjoyed it. That to me, that is a vampire. I don't like nice guy vampires. That's kind of annoying. I want bad guy vampires.
Yeah.
I want villains. What's going? People on the stairs and steam. Part good. Funny to see mentioned. I actually like Pearl more than X. Haven't seen Pearl yet.
I liked Pearl too. Pearl is very good.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, you got to watch it. Pearl actually made me reconsider rewatching X again. So, but I haven't done that yet.
I've heard a lot of people say that. I'm looking forward to Maxine. Cool. I'm caught up. All right. Edward Herman. This guy's in a lot of shit. This is an interesting role for him. Now, when you first seen The Lost Boys and the ending reveal happened, was you expecting that, or did you think that Kiefer Sutherland David was the guy?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't
Yeah.
totally expecting that back in the day. No, that was a long time ago, though. It's hard to remember even, but I don't think I was expecting it back in the day. I thought it would be Kiefer Sutherland for sure. How about you?
Yeah. That was 36 years ago.
Oh God.
36 years ago. Wow, yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have made it sound like that. It made it sound absolutely horrible, didn't it?
Yeah, we're so old.
The way I described my age, I'm getting ready to be half a century old, and everybody looks at me going, "Man, why do you put it like that?" Hey,
Oh, at least if it was 36 years ago, we can still remember it as though it was yesterday. So that's good. Brains are still sharp.
yes, yeah, and
50's not old. 50's not old nowadays.
and in this 50 years, even though the last 10 years of it, I've been like a shut-in because of agoraphobia. That means
Right.
the first 40 of it, I did a lot of shit. You know, it's crazy thinking about how much I have done in my life already.
Yeah, I
Like,
know, right?
Like if I died tomorrow, I've already lived a full life.
Yeah, I know. I know. That's the cool thing. I used to be
One
so
died.
scared of getting old when I was younger, but then when you get there, you're like, but you know what? I've done a lot of cool shit, and there's more to come, and it's pretty awesome. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just an age. It doesn't mean anything.
So I try to tell people in their darkest days, people that are suicidal, it's like, yeah, I've been suicidal way back in the day. There were times when I just felt like giving up, but
Yeah.
but I always ended up being glad that I didn't because something really cool would happen. And what I
Yep.
would think is, man, if I'd have done that, I would not be able to experience this right now.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's why I always talk about chapters in your life because there's always going to be more stuff. Even when you think, oh, I'm getting older and I'm slowing down and that's it, it's done. I lived my stuff. No, there's always going to be more stuff coming, always.
That shit
Yeah.
happens. It will get better.
Yeah.
One of my favorite passages, and I don't want to preach on the Bible, but there's this passage I don't remember exactly what it says, but it ends with "and this too shall pass,"
Yeah.
and that is
Yep.
something that I've always lived by. No matter how bad
Yep.
it is, I always think, "and this too shall pass. This will pass. This will get better."
Yeah. Absolutely. I don't believe it. I've lived it. So I
Right.
know it does. And I've been through a lot of shit in my life too. A lot of stuff I never thought I could recover from, but
Oh yeah.
you do keep going. It does get better. More things come your way, So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If you make it to 50 years old and you haven't been through things that you genuinely did not think you was going to be able to make it through,
Yeah.
then you are awful lucky.
Or you're
because
full of crap because yeah.
you strap lying, yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe you're being dishonest and you just don't want to tell everybody, yeah.
Like, come on, everyone's gone through stuff. Yeah.
Junebug says, I mean, hey, there's one thing to look forward to in 5 years. Legally in the United States at 55, you're considered a senior, and that means senior discount. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. Thank you,
Yeah.
Junebug.
Yeah. I'm waiting for that one. Not ours is
You
still
say you're 30?
65, but some stuff is 55. Yeah.
You say you're 30? All right. I'm going to remember that in 25 years. I'm going to get a hold of you and be like, hey, don't feel bad, dude. You're getting ready to get a senior discount. You think there are too much reboots and remakes and sequels? Yes. Yes. People need to become creative again.
Yeah.
I think a law should be passed where you're not allowed for 10 years, you're not allowed to make a reboot, a remake, a reinvention, nothing. Come up with something new, damn it.
New. Yeah.
If it always been like this, we wouldn't have things like Halloween and Chainsaw Massacre and The Exorcist and The Lost Boys. You know,
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Right. Yeah.
everything's a goddamn remake, and it's
Yeah.
irritating. I already seen that shit, and I already seen the better version of it. I don't need to see a half-ass version now. Show
Yeah.
me something new and cool.
Yeah.
That's what I like about A24. They give us that, and it's different. You know, it's
Yep.
a different kind of horror. It's psychological. It's an art house horror. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
We don't need the same rehashed shit over and over again. I already seen that shit. Don't give me your third or fourth Halloween remake. I seen the original. It was made in '78, and it's the best one.
Yeah.
Yes, please, guys. Please, filmmakers, stop remaking everything. Damn, man. You think? Absolutely, I do. Hey, Gore. Hey, DMC, how you doing? Hey, Gore. Hey, Cuddles. Karen. Congratulations on 500 plus subs, DMC said.
I did
All the
it.
hard work you do. Talk to you later.
Is
Yeah,
it
hell
still
yeah.
there?
Way back home from work. Yeah. Yeah, that was cool news. You got right the fuck away, man. You couldn't have started the stream any better than that. Good.
No. Okay. 502. It's still there.
That,
Let's
that was
give it a
perfect.
couple of days though, because you know how that goes.
I don't remember who said that, but thank you very much for saying that right off the bat because that set the tone great. She got
It was
a
Sean.
smile on her face that went from here to here.
Yeah. It was Sean. Sean said it.
Was it Sean? Was it Sean
Yeah.
said that?
Yep.
Sean's always knowing that shit, man. It's like he studies the channel and knows what's going on with everybody's channel.
Yeah.
It's like around reboots and remakes and unoriginal. Yes, please. Oh my god, yeah. It just to a point to where it makes me want to go off on a rant, and I'm really good at ranting. Sequels to movies that never got a franchise like West Creek. Yeah, yeah. I mean, sure. My Bloody Valentine the original My Bloody Valentine could have had a good sequel. Sequels, yeah, if you can do a good one.
Yep.
But no more remakes, guys. Behind the Mask of Leslie, Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. That's a really good one. And that would have made a really good sequel. The Burning would have, if they hadn't totally obliterated poor Cropsey. Everyone in the entire world will go through crap, but you just always look light and count the blessings. You have not the blessings you want.
That's smart.
Hell yeah. That's deep, man.
Yeah.
That's totally ruined Halloween for all. Yes, they did. I would like to completely strangle every one of them, like one by one, like curtains go down the line.
Yeah.
Including Jamie Lee Curtis. And I used to love her to death. I used to love her to death, but what she played in that last trilogy was not Laurie Strode.
Yeah.
Still here can't type much because I'm shoveling. Oh, okay. But still listening and enjoying the convo. Very inspirational. Cool. Couldn't ask for better than that.
We got really deep.
Oh, hell yeah. I tried in high school to get a senior discount when I was a senior at my local Burger King. It worked. I spent $3 on a Fuse burger and fries and Dr. Pepper. You must live in this place. I've never heard of a Fuse burger. That sounds interesting. What is a Fuse burger, brother?
Yeah. What is that?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it sounds edible, but a Fuse burger. Yeah, give me a Fuse burger and fries. Is it like on fire or something? Is it kind of like the flaming plates you get at like your Oriental places, like it's still cooking, or when they bring it to you and shit? I used to love the Western Whoppers. Like I'm picky. Burger King's never been my favorite, but at certain times, yeah.
Yeah. Back in the day, I used to eat a lot of that. But then it kind of, yeah, we
Yeah,
stopped
it's
doing that. They
well,
weren't, wasn't the same.
they all lost their quality. They all, shit got smaller, yet more expensive,
Yeah,
and they just, they all started cutting corners.
they did. Yeah.
Especially McDonald's, man. The two pieces of meat
Yeah.
they put in a Big Mac are smaller than their sausage patties.
It's expensive. Yeah. Do you know what my first job was?
Well,
Dairy Queen.
my first job was Wendy's.
Was it? Cool. That
I
was my
sucked
dad's
at it.
favorite.
I was terrible.
Did you go
They
home
hated me.
stinking like French fries?
They hated me. They
Why?
hated me because I sucked. I made shit hard for everybody. It's like I constantly got everybody behind. They hired me in right on a Friday night at 6 p.m. on Friday night. I was 15. I just got my work permit, and they
Yep.
immediately stuck me on the damn grill with the place packed.
Yeah.
So I immediately ran me. The fry guy's yelling at me. The manager's going, "Hey, where's the stuff?" I was like, "I don't even know where you keep it. I just got here. I never had a job."
Yeah, I hear that.
Man, it's like they expect me to step in and be the Obi-Wan Kenobi of the grill right away.
I got promoted to supervisor really fast, and I didn't know what I was doing. And on a Sunday, I was there running the show myself, and a whole bus of like people came.
Oh god.
Half the people didn't get their food. Whatever. It was a nightmare. I didn't know what I was doing. I couldn't handle it.
Right. Yeah. But those kind of jobs, they run young people through the ringer so fast and try to
Yeah.
give them a crash course version of it and get them right in there real quick because that those jobs have such high turnover that they
Yeah.
want to get somebody in there, and they kind of have to give you a crash course because they don't have anybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
I would not want to be a manager of one of those places or like a district
Mm-mm.
manager. I have to constantly every day hire somebody.
Yeah. Same time, if you can do that job, you can do any job.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Yeah.
one I always had such tremendous respect for was like a waitress at a really busy restaurant.
Yeah. Those are hard jobs and shitty pay too, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They should at least get the minimum wage on top of their tips. And nowadays, a
Tips.
lot of places they make them put all their tips together and then share them out evenly. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck you, man. I don't think so. These are my tips.
Yep.
I don't know why they changed that shit. I'm
Yeah.
tired of rehashing movies and scenes. Such a bullshit. Yeah. Trench. Nightbreed should have got a sequel back then instead of Candyman and Most. Now this is one that may make people, this is one that I could lose a couple subscribers off of. I was never a Nightbreed fan.
No. Don't unsubscribe to his channel. He's entitled to his opinion. Now I'm going to lose subscribers.
Yeah, I didn't like Nightbreed much, or what was it called? Videodrome.
Not your thing.
Videodrome kind of creeps me out. It looked like a big nasty vagina right in the middle of James Woods' stomach. Like a vagina you don't want nothing to do with. It's like, ooh. I'm not a big fan of James Woods, so that could be it. He's a good actor, but something about him, I just don't like his face. He just got this weaselly, shady feel about it.
Right. Yeah, fair enough.
So yeah, you'd probably expect me to like those, but I just don't. My favorite Cronenberg is Scanners and Shivers. And Clive Barker, I don't know. He's just odd, man. Because look at all he did. He did Nightbreed. He did Candyman. He did Hellraiser. He just bounced around. Everything he did was different than the last.
Right.
Now, have you always been a big horror fan, or is this something that's just kind of grown the last few years, or was you always just kind of somewhere in between, just liked everything?
When I was, I think, about 4 or 5, my dad my mom would go play bingo on Friday night. My dad would
Uh,
look after me, and my dad would shut all the lights off and put on, Kolchak's Night Stalker, and we would watch when I was 4. So, I was terrified of all that kind of stuff. My dad was fascinated by, like, demonic stuff and all that kind of stuff, and he'd always tell me about things.
yeah,
Terrified, and then all of a sudden it flipped, and huge, huge fan. So, probably my whole life,
yeah.
actually.
My mom always watched Kolchak, but the one that I preferred at that time, I mean, Kolchak was alright. I preferred it at that time, that same era. I preferred Night Gallery.
Yeah, and that was good too. Yeah, all those shows. I loved that. Um, yeah, so yeah, since I was a kid, but like I say, it changed. Like I was very scared. And my sister and my mom would read all the books too. So they would read the books and talk about them and that kind of thing. And then, of course, at the time they'd go to theater. And then like a year later they'd be on TV. So you get to watch all those movies. And my parents were never very strict with me watching that kind of stuff. So I watched all of that. But then when I was about in my 20s, I think it kind of flipped and I started to really like it and get passionate about it. But I like all kinds of movies though, but
Me too.
probably, yeah, horror's my favorite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm I'm getting ready to delve into some. I already have somewhat, but I'm here and there. I am going to delve into non-horror watch-alongs here and there. I
Oh, yeah,
I
cool. Why
I've
not?
already got, I've already got a playlist, and I have three of them in that playlist already.
Yeah,
I've got the Warriors. I've got the Wrestler, which is a fantastic movie,
right.
and I can't remember what the third one is, but I'm going to do the Outsiders.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
Forrest Gump.
Great movie. Yeah,
Um, I want to do. Oh man, there's so many of them. I even want to do On Golden Pond. I adore that.
cool.
Do you see me doing
Yeah.
On Golden Pond?
Yeah, I can actually. Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
that'd be
I'm,
cool.
I'm gonna kick ass and take names on.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's cool. That's very cool.
Still
Yeah.
Magnolias. There's another one.
Yep.
I love that
Yeah,
shit.
why
You
not?
you wouldn't expect me to, but I
Yeah.
do. Rocky.
Yeah. I predict that like horror is really big right now, but I think that's going to fade out. I think like comedy and rom-coms and dramas and things are going to start to kick up again. That's my prediction in the next couple of years.
I hope we get good comedies because comedy is the hardest genre to do correct.
Yeah.
You know, comedy is hard, and we don't have
Especially now
anybody. We don't have a young Sandler or a young Eddie Murphy or you know what
because
I
you can't
mean.
joke about anything anymore.
Thank you. Exactly. People are too damn sensitive. Those
Sensitive.
those people, if they came out now, they would be constantly ridiculed. They would
Yep.
not get any jobs because
Yep.
the kind of comedy that they used to do. Like, can you imagine George Carlin coming out today?
Yeah, no.
Oh
No.
my
Yeah.
god, he'd
Yep.
be banned
Yep.
because he didn't give a fuck.
Yep. No, I know.
And George Carlin was great.
Yeah, well, we grew up with all that stuff, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. But hopefully, I predict the next couple of years things will start to turn around a little bit that way and we'll get more stuff. So, I think it's a
Well,
good choice to do that.
what I love about horror is no matter what, though, horror never goes away for good. It changes
No.
forms,
Yeah.
but all the way back from the beginning of cinema, there was horror.
Yeah.
And every time people think that it's dead and gone, it makes a comeback one way or another, and it's just as big all over again.
Yeah.
Horror is the most powerful genre there is.
Yeah.
It is. It will never die.
Yeah.
People love. People love the idea. People go see these movies hoping to be scared. Like I beg for a movie to scare me. They don't usually because
Yeah.
because I've done seen it all and I'm hard to scare.
Yeah.
But I'm always begging for it. I'm always
Yeah.
hoping.
Yeah. I really hope Evil Dead Rise is that way, but from the trailer in the theater, it looks that way. So hopefully. I mean, you
Yes,
never know with these new movies, you don't know, but hopefully.
I'm gonna dedicate the entire uh, whenever finally get it done, the end horror for all episode 5. I'm gonna dedicate that whole episode to Evil Dead Rise.
Cool.
Cool. most of it, and then the last part of it, I'm going to dedicate to what's new coming out in physical media. I'm going to
Okay.
divide it. That's the way I'm going to do it overall. Half of it's going to be what's coming out, what I'm looking forward to coming out in theater, and what's coming out new. The other half
Yeah.
is going to be coming out in physical media.
Right. Smart. That's great. I'll watch. I'll be watching. I love that.
Have you seen the first 4 that I did with Night yet?
No, I haven't had a chance to watch that yet, but I will for sure. Yeah.
I definitely recommend them because me and Night always made a really good team.
Yeah.
We've done a lot of collabs.
Yeah, I
There
bet.
they, there they go to take a grapple car. He's like, wait a minute, and he knows where they're going. He knows what they're doing. Just like he's been around there his whole life, so he knew what was going on with Michael with the vampire. He knew.
Yeah.
And he tried to stop him. He's like, all right, kids, go out there and do it. Because those Frog Brothers are nuttier than hell. Like they have no fear in them. These two don't.
Yep.
Like to a fault.
Did you think that maybe the grandpa was a vampire because of his special root beer stash and that kind of thing in the end?
I thought he had a lot to hide, and it
Yeah.
turns out he wasn't hiding shit. He's just selfish. He just,
Yeah.
he's that old guy. All older people are like that. They have their way. They have what they like, and they don't want you fucking with it because they've had it
Yeah.
like this for all these years. This is my part. You can
Yeah.
mess around with everything else, but leave this part alone.
Yeah.
And you have to respect that. Somebody lives to be 70 or 80 years old. If you don't respect that, something's wrong.
Yeah.
If you can be
Yeah.
on this earth for 80 years, you deserve that respect.
Yeah. You heard it, young people listening to this live stream. Listen.
Because life's not easy. So if you
No.
can make it damn near 100 years on this earth, then you're kicking ass.
Yeah. Okay, now we sound old.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just I always try to teach my kids first and foremost integrity and have integrity and have respect for other people. Be
Yeah.
polite. Be nice.
Yeah, be nice. Yeah.
Be cool until you just can't anymore. And then if you have to whoop somebody's ass, then okay. But
Right.
don't go looking for it. Don't be a dick just for the sake of being a dick.
Yeah. I agree.
Try to be good to each other.
Yeah.
Try.
Yeah.
So some people you just can't. Some people you got to slap their eyebrows off. But hopefully that doesn't. Hopefully you don't have to go there. But sometimes you get an ass.
Yeah. Sometimes you do. Yep.
I've
Just-
slapped them. I've slapped too many in my day. I used to be a lot wilder. Yeah. Now I'm just kind of calm and just kind of
Chill.
just chill and just kind of just happy in my own skin now.
Yeah.
Take it easy, enjoying watching my son succeed and do well.
Yeah.
Finally, hopefully getting some ground on my channel, making new friends, and just enjoying and just trying to enjoy life. Got
Yeah.
a new fiance that treats me really well. My marriage broke up a year and a half ago. I got to
Okay.
finish off that divorce so that I can marry Gretchen. But we got engaged anyway because I didn't want her to go anywhere.
Aw. So cute. Yeah. And that I think that you're right. That's the key is have fun. Have fun with what you're doing.
Yeah, we got to.
Life's too short for like being competitive and angry and upset all the time.
My advice to people, especially when it comes to relationships, you know what I mean, as far as romantic relationships, the little things are what's important.
Yeah.
I found to a woman, it's the little things
Mm-hmm.
that matter the most.
Yep.
That's the advice I always give dudes, man. It's the little things. Do the little things because if you don't, those little things that you don't do add up and it becomes a big thing and you end up losing them.
Yep. That's good advice. Yep.
Pay attention to the little shit.
Yep.
Just make yeah. Juno's still bitching about the reboots, and I don't blame you. I don't blame you because at least you're doing it. At least I don't have to do it this whole stream because usually sometimes I spend the whole stream bitching about reboots and remakes.
Right.
I am a bitcher at times. All they are doing is milking franchises and kill. Yes, that was the point that I made on the post I put on Instagram, and I said this is real terror for the sake of terror and passion instead of constantly creating something for the dollar sign.
Yep. You know, I
So,
made it a vow today, because of what happened with Lee. I'm gonna kind of stay away from all the new stuff unless I really, really want to see it, and I'm gonna go head first into indie and cult classics and new and upcoming artists that are, creating stuff because I think that's where it's at.
oh, there's a huge audience for that.
Yep.
I found,
I'm tired of all the money and all the crap from the big studios and that kind of thing. So I'm
yeah,
done. Yeah. Unless
it's
I
a
like Evil
classic.
Dead Rise. I want to see that. I'm gonna do that. But yeah, I'm done. I'm out. I'm doing it that way instead because I much better prefer talking to people that are down to earth, that are creating their art and putting their passion into it and really enjoying it and loving it. And I don't care if the numbers are there or not. I don't care. Yeah.
Hey, it's just like I was told by somebody, when I was doing my music back in the day, I was told by a guy that had been in the band years before. He was in his 40s at this time, and I was like 18. He told me, he said, always do the music that you love, because if you love it, there's bound to be a lot of other people out there that love it too.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And
Yeah.
that always stuck with me. He told me
Yeah.
that. He said, hey, if you love it, if you like it, there's bound to be others that do too. You
Yeah.
always do what you like, what you feel. Don't
Yeah.
make music for the dollar sign, and don't make it for somebody else.
Yeah.
Make it because it's what you like, and
Yeah.
you're gonna find an audience every time.
Yeah.
And he was right.
Yep. Yeah, I wanna love what I do. I don't wanna be doing it because, some company's forcing me to do it that way or say it that way, or there's too much money at stake, or I don't wanna do that. I wanna do what I love and what's fun, and yeah, I wanna support indie filmmakers.
Yeah. See, and you just hit 500 subs because of it. Because you got the passion, you're doing what you like doing, you're having fun. You can tell you're having fun. I can
Yeah, I
feel
am.
it. I can see it. You got a glow to you from it, and
Thank you.
that's what it's
Yeah,
all about, is that glow, and
yeah,
that's why you got that 500,
yeah,
because people believe in you and what you talk about.
yeah,
If people don't believe what you're saying, if they don't believe that you believe it, if they look at you and go, "Man, this motherfucker don't even believe what he's saying," like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
They're going to be like, click, they're going to go right past you.
yeah, of course, yeah.
My autocorrect is trying to say the fuse booger. Hold on. He says, don't know what my autocorrect was trying to say there.
It's not
Fuse
a
booger.
fuse burger.
Well, somehow Junebug, we're still stuck on the fuse booger though, man.
What was it supposed to be?
I don't know. It's still fuse. Here, let me go back. Maybe I missed something. I don't. No, I don't think so. It's still just a fuse booger. I mean, it sounds all right. It's like eating Carl's Jr. I still like eating Carl's Jr. at least more than Burger King. Carl's Jr. Where's that at? I've never heard of Carl's Jr.
We don't have those here.
Mm-mm. Nope, not here either. We,
Is
we
it
got your
is
basics. We got Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, Steak and Shake. What is that? The one like Steak and Shake. I don't remember. But all the basic shit.
Yeah. Is Carl's Jr. like a California thing? West Coast thing? Maybe?
Maybe it sounds like it might be like a Jack in the Box or something, or a Big Kahuna Burger. Leaning back to that's another one that I want to do. I want to do some Tarantino.
Oh, yeah. He announce he's coming out with something new too? His last movie? Thought I read that.
Yeah. Well.
Like
The Once
about
Upon a Time in America was going to be his last one, but I think he decided to do one more. See, his thing is he's afraid his quality is going to go downhill, and he's going to start making. He wants to go out on top. He wants
yeah,
to go out on good films. He don't want to get to a point where he's not as good anymore. But
right.
with him, I just don't think it's possible. I don't think he can put out bad shit.
No. I
Some
don't
are as good as
either.
others, but I don't think he could ever do something bad. He's just too true and too passionate about it.
Yeah.
Like he's the biggest fanboy of film I've ever seen. Like
Yeah.
he gets excited like a little kid about it.
Yeah. He'd be fun to have on your show and talk to.
Oh, I would love to talk to Tarantino.
Yeah, I think you guys would. It would be perfect. You should
He's
try
such a
for
little
that
boy.
sometime.
He's yeah, but yeah, I would definitely love to because we have a lot of things in common. And you talk about an encyclopedia of knowledge of film. This guy would make me look stupid. I would be sitting there not
He'd
knowing
learn
what
stuff.
the hell he's talking about. Every
Yeah,
time
he'd
I
be
see
fun.
him talk in an interview, he mentions shit I've never heard of every
Ye-
single time.
Yeah. Well, he obviously researches and reads a lot.
I sit here all proud about what I know, and then somebody like him comes along and makes me go, shit, I ain't study up. I ain't catch it,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And until I joined the community here on YouTube, I thought I was the authority in all of horror in film.
And you're learning, yeah.
Come to find out that, yeah, wow, we can all learn from each other.
Yep.
It humbled me immediately. Rochelle was working on the family farm in Kansas,
Cool.
baling hay and shit. That's how you get strong, man. That's what you call corn-fed strength, man. That's like the muscle y'all fucking
Early
toss y'all around the
mornings.
other.
Yep.
That muscle's a lot stronger than weight muscle for some reason. One remake I'm not happy about is John Carpenter's Christine. Yeah, the remaking Christine.
Oh.
Unbelievable. The Salem's Lot remake's interesting simply because all the Salem's Lot shows have always been made for television. I'm
Right.
curious how they're going to fit all that story into 2 hours
Right.
because I studied up on it and it's going to be like an hour and 51 minutes or something like that. How are they going to fit all that into that? It's
Yeah.
impossible.
I'm reading the book right now.
That was his second book, I do believe. I think it was Carrie and then Salem's Lot.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm reading that one right now. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. I don't know. Is it even going to come out? You know? Who knows?
Yeah, they've I do believe they've cast it and they're in pre-production.
Pre-production, yeah.
That's what I heard. So they are actually making it. Made for TV movies deserve a chance for a newer theater release. Yeah, if it was made for a made for television miniseries thing, then yeah, okay.
Right.
Blumhouse is definitely overrated, but they weren't. At one time, Blumhouse put out good shit. Back in like 2010, 2012, shit like that. In the earlier 2000s, Blumhouse was good. They put out good stuff.
Right.
But yeah, they got a little carried away. Blumhouse has been overrated for quite some time now. Exactly, Sean, because at one time they were pretty good. There was a time when I was excited to see a new Blumhouse. Good thing, good series makes sense. You guys keep me busy tonight. They're doing Sleepless Extras. So I'm not looking
It's
forward.
fun.
Yeah, The Exorcist. The Exorcist thing, man. I am so pissed about that. It's by the same fuckers that obliterated my Halloween. Like
Yeah.
Halloween hadn't suffered enough punishment over the years anyway. They had to punish it more.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the original? How do you feel about the original Halloween 1970?
The very, very first one. To
Yeah.
be honest, I only ever watched the first few myself. I didn't get into all the whole franchise and all the stuff because back in the day we didn't do that.
I
It wasn't a
love
thing.
that is my favorite film of all time. John Carpenter's 1978 Halloween. It's the one I grew up on. It's the one that brought me to it.
Yeah.
Imagine this. If it had been the only one ever created, if the last thing you ever seen from Michael Myers is when Loomis looks over the side and he's just gone.
Yeah.
Why? Because he's the boogeyman. Where is he? He's everywhere. And they
Right.
never made another Halloween movie all the way to today. How iconic that movie would be.
Yeah. I
It
have
would
to agree.
it would have such a mystique.
Yep.
If they'd have
Yep.
left it alone, and that would have been the only Halloween.
Yeah.
It made it 10 times scarier because that's what was so scary about him is he was
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Why? Because.
Yeah.
Because he's a boogeyman.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you there. You and I have talked about that before.
Every year on Halloween, I'm going to do a Halloween watch along. I have to. Do you know Mountaintop 9, Eric from Mountaintop 9? Have you ever seen any of his videos?
No.
I recommend you go check it out because he's real good. His favorite film is Mountaintop Motel Massacre, and I got a hold of him. I hadn't talked to him before or nothing. I got a hold of him and talked to him about that movie and asked him to do a watch along of it with me, and
Yep.
he did on Halloween Eve. And there he was. I had like 100 some subscribers at the time. He had like 6, 7,000, and he was like, "Sure, yeah," and jumped right in there with me. That was my first video. It
Cool.
was my first video that ever went over 1,000 views.
So that's the channel Mountaintop 9.
Mountaintop 9.
Okay.
He does a lot of good stuff. He tells it how it is. He does music reviews too. A lot of heavy metal and like Danzig and Black Sabbath and Iron Maiden and shit.
Oh.
But everybody that hasn't visited Mountaintop 9, Eric from Mountaintop 9, go check him out. He's really good. He's been around for several years. He's just come back here lately doing some podcasts, and he's been doing a little bit of stuff. He suffers from bad migraines a lot, so he doesn't do as many videos as he wants.
Okay.
But when he does, he does good work.
It's like all one word, Mountaintop 9.
Yep. Have you ever seen Mountaintop Motel Massacre? It's so underrated. It's really good.
No. Cam subbed.
And he didn't hesitate. He's like, yeah, I'll do it.
That's cool.
And he gave me that gave me my first first video that went over 1,000 views.
Cool.
So
that sucks having migraines, right? To do this kind of stuff.
For some reason, doing them, by the time he's done doing them, he will have a migraine so bad that he has to go lay down.
Well, yeah, because it's hard on your eyes and your head, well, like
sometimes
this is exhausting doing this stuff, I think. It's a lot of work.
Social anxiety like I have. I hide it well, but when I'm done with this, I will go and I will have a little bit of a headache simply because I have to fight that anxiety off.
People that don't do YouTube don't get it. Like it's a lot. It's a lot. And your brain, I can't even watch a movie without taking notes. even if I'm not going to review it. I'm just like, my brain's always doing that all the time. So it's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. They think it's just a game. Like we just, like we're able to just hop on here and just click the switch, and it doesn't work. Some days it don't work as well as it does other days too.
Yep.
I found the chat is the key.
Even your interview that I did, I filmed the intro and the outro late at night after a watch party, like late at night. I thought, oh, I'm good. I've done it. I'm done. I can work on the next thing tomorrow and be done with it. And then I was looking back at it. And I was like, do I sound stupid? Is that bad? Should I refilm that? And then my daughter's like, no, just leave it. It's good.
Yeah.
But that's how my brain works.
We got so many compliments on that interview. We got so many compliments on that. It was really interesting.
Yeah, it turned out good. Yeah. No, it was
good. You
have
gotten so many compliments on that. You should be proud of it. Because I have heard nothing but good stuff about it.
Good. Okay. Well, that's good. But yeah, no, that totally.
I didn't expect a lot of those questions. You hit me from left and right field a lot. The stuff that I wasn't expecting. I figured it would be all about the horror and all this, but you was hitting me here and there. And
I have a plan. I write a plan and I
even know about me.
I study stuff and then I listen. So while I'm talking, I listen, and things pop into my head as I'm going, and it seems to flow through. The only time it's difficult is when someone doesn't talk very much. Then it's hard because you're constantly pulling teeth trying to get them to say things, right? And make them comfortable. But
I told things I had in 2 years I had never told.
Oh, cool. That's good to know.
Like most people did not know that I used to be a musician. They did not know how I felt about this and that. You know what I mean? Even Ninja. I talked to Ninja a lot, and the first thing he told me the other day was, "Hey, I learned some new stuff about you."
That's good.
What was that?
Yeah. Well, typical questions that people ask a lot of times, the person will clam up because it's, I don't know, they're not great. So I try to focus on the person as I'm having a conversation with them, to make them feel comfortable. Then they want to talk about their stuff. But yeah, asking generic questions and stuff, like we talked about that. What's your favorite movie? Instantly everybody clams up and goes blank, doesn't know what to say. That's not a good question, you know?
Yeah, yeah. You've got to come from a different area. That's the key to
Yeah.
being a good interviewer.
Yeah.
If you do the same old lame shit, you got to and you got to catch the person you're interviewing off guard. That way, they will be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
can't help it. I have to be honest. I just have to be. I
Yeah.
feel I owe that to myself.
Yeah.
And you got me to talk about a lot of stuff, and I ain't holding nothing back. That was my first interview. I was excited about it, and I
Cool.
wanted to talk.
You did a great job. You were great in the interview. You had a lot to say, and it flew by the half hour like
Yeah.
nothing.
You even got
But
me up
yeah,
going around grabbing my stuff and showing you.
yeah, yeah. I do a lot of research for those interviews too. Doesn't happen, really fast. But
Yeah.
I do my homework and yeah, try to figure it
Yeah.
out. But I never know what's going to come out either. What people are
Are
going to
are
say.
are you going to continue to interview just basic YouTubers like me and
Both.
like you?
I'm gonna if yeah, YouTubers as well as filmmakers, and
Or-
um I just want to work with people that are, passionate about their art and what they're doing. Yeah. It
Because
doesn't
yeah,
have to be horror. It could be anything.
because yeah, you do the same type of thing Patrick does, but I think you do it better than Patrick does.
Thank you,
You,
Gar.
you're more personable. You're much easier to talk to. You know what I mean. You make it easy to tell shit you usually wouldn't talk about, and
Thank you.
that's what it takes. And Patrick, if you're watching this, nothing against you, dude. You do you good job on your eight question thing, but I think you may have found a good niche for yourself. So you definitely should pursue it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. It's something that I really enjoy doing. It's just how my channel's kind of evolved. And of course, I'm still going to do movie reviews and watch parties and all that kind of stuff too. But yeah, I really like it. Years ago, I started out doing, it was more based on activism and that kind of stuff, but it was like a magazine. So I put together an online magazine with articles and things. And that's kind of where this channel came out of. The next thing I did was I started just before the pandemic, like a movie screenings. So I did a really big movie screening of the film that Rob Stewart made before he died, Sharkwater. And we had about 100 people show up. I had tons of people uh,
Yeah,
donate vegan food and stuff like that. And so, because of the pandemic, I couldn't organize those screenings anymore. And I wanted to do that. I thought I would hold off, and then it just never kind of came together again. And I still to this now don't think it's great doing these big events because there's so
yeah,
much to worry about. So I took it online. So that's where the interviews and things came from. So I did a mini documentary called Orcapod, and I got to interview two of the people that were in the film Blackfish, which is a really good documentary. Um,
yes.
I connected
I've
with
seen
them. Yeah, and I interviewed them, and I interviewed a lady that runs a ocean animal sanctuary called the Whale Sanctuary Project on the East Coast, and Sea Shepherd, of course, because I have friends in there too. And so that whole process started way before I met any of you guys, and that's what I was doing, and that's what I was going to do initially. But because of the pandemic, things changed, so I flipped it to a YouTube channel and putting it online. And I kind of thought there's something to this. I think I can reach more people that way. And doing horror movies, I can still talk about the activism like I'm doing right now, but I can
Right.
connect with everybody, not just people that are into activism and into saving the planet and that kind of thing. So that's kind of where my channel came from and why I'm doing what I'm doing. Yeah. So And so you get distracted a lot when you're doing these things, and I got caught up in the whole momentum of these new blockbuster films, but I want to take a step back. Today I realized that take a step back and talk more with indie filmmakers and artists and that kind of thing, because I think it's really important to promote that too. So I want to help any way that I can, so that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, and that's where my interviews come from, right?
Cool.
That's where yeah.
I want to once a week. I'm thinking about not doing a watch along, like do my 2 watch alongs, but then another day in the week do this. Might come up with a couple of topics
You
and
should.
just sit and talk. That way, if we're not able to cover, you know what I mean? Because sometimes you get talking and you're not able to cover the whole show.
Yeah.
If you get more than one person, sitting there, you get a watcher and a co-watcher, like we are.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think it'd be cool to not make a set plan, just a discussion session, and work off of the chat and talk with them about whatever they want to talk about and whatever we want to talk about, and
Yeah.
do that like once a week. I
Yeah.
I, I think that would work out really well.
Building community. Yeah, of course. You
Because
should.
well, yeah, because my whole tagline for and horror for all is done for the horror community by the horror community.
Yep.
That's my tagline for it.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yep.
For
Yeah.
the horror community by the horror community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the thing. It's very much saying, hey, I'm doing it. It's by me for you.
Yep. Yeah, I think you should do that. Absolutely. And I love the idea of you doing other kinds of movies too. I think that's very cool. Why not?
I'm
If
gonna
it
do it all.
doesn't work, you can drop it,
I don't plan on going anywhere yet, so yeah.
Yeah.
But guys, what happened is the show ended, and we had a great conversation. Um, very very good. You see, let me catch up with the chat real quick here. 800 days of horror movies with put the woke political message. Yeah, where did we come up with all these damn words? Political messages and cancel culture. I mean, woke cancel culture. It's like what the hell? It's like all of a sudden I got up one day and all these words were around. I thought loud. I forgot the title of that movie, but I did see the trailer. I like Russell Crowe, but I don't even know what to make of. Yeah, Junebug. I mean, I remember a few years ago, we live in a world where Richard Pryor's son gets booed off the stage. Yeah, remember what happened? That happened to Michael Richards, the one that played Kramer. You remember that? Ooh, yeah. Certain things you just don't talk about. Race and religion are two of them.
Right.
You don't get on there and you talk about race. That is fucking suicide. You don't get on there and be and
Yeah.
if you come off racist in the inkling little bit, you are finished.
Yeah.
Great world we live in nowadays. So the best thing to do is just shut the fuck up and not do it. The grandpa is a smart ass. Yeah, the grandpa character. There's one thing. If I have one criticism of the Lost Boys, it could have used more grandpa.
Yeah. Yeah. He had very little in it, right? That's why
And
I felt like at the
I
end it
didn't
was
like the mom. I didn't like the mom either. I didn't care for her. I just didn't like her. I thought she was way too interested in pleasing everybody else and
right.
not her kids. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
She was way too worried about looking bad in front of this guy.
Right.
Like she was so desperate to get a man that she
Right.
was trying to make her kids kiss his ass.
True. Yeah.
Sports teams that have been around for over 100 years are getting their teams' names changed because people are still, yeah, like the Washington Redskins were Washington Redskins for years. Just like when we grew up and we sat with our legs crossed, that was Indian style. Now that's considered racist to say that, and that's what we grew up. Now it's crisscross applesauce or something.
Yeah.
We didn't mean nothing bad by calling it Indian
No, I
style.
know. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I suppose if people mean something bad by it, then it's not a good thing. But yeah, we
It goes back
didn't.
to that. It goes back to that. Just like you said earlier, people are just too sensitive now.
Right.
Treat others the way you want to be treated. I've always treated people the way they treat me exactly. If you treat me like a jerk, I'm going to treat you like a jerk. You show me kindness and respect, yeah. Says, whoa, come on now, piece of shit. You up here in California, Juneau's in California. So that's
Oh.
where that's where that is. And also
Oh.
have a second name called Hardee's. Yeah, we got a Hardee's here.
Yeah, we did here, I think. So it's Carl's. Oh, okay, got it. All right.
We baled hay. We had cows. We had chickens for a while. Dad sold them, but then hell yeah,
That's
that's
cool.
that's the soul of the earth. What you did is what keeps everything going.
Yeah, that's cool.
It wasn't. Yeah, James Wan is doing the producing or directing or something of the Salem Block.
Oh.
Eric Mountaintop 9 when he was discussing Tony Martin, my favorite Black Sabbath. Yeah.
Huh, I'll check him out.
Yeah, he is a down to earth dude, and he will say it how it is. He's got the foul mouth. He's a dude. He is just a dude, and he tells it how it is. He tells it how he feels, and he
Yeah,
doesn't makes no bones about it. But he's a nice guy. I
cool.
agree about Halloween. I have so much trouble watching anything past Halloween 3. Now, Halloween 3 it is good because it's its own thing, and it all just becomes painful to watch. And Myers Mask looks. That was my problem. People talk about Halloween 4 was real good. Yeah, Halloween 4 is not definitely not one of the worst. But that mask sucks so bad in Halloween.
Yeah,
Like that mask that he wears in Halloween 4 looks like he's happy to see you. It's like, hey, how you doing? He almost looks pleasant.
yeah.
That red coloring at the end of Lost Boys is so vibrant and stands out very well in 4K. Oh, I bet it does. I can't wait to get it and check it out. Being a teen and renting them, I never really noticed the mask issues. Yeah, how hard is it to get a William Shatner mask like the original one? And you know what I mean? That's what was wrong with Halloween 4, 5, 6. Well,
Right,
many other things wrong with Halloween 5 and 6 beyond
right.
the mask. I never really know. Okay. I love the interaction. I love you guys talking like this to each their own, but those are awful movies
So
for
many
me.
comments.
They are jacked up.
Everybody
You know,
loves you. I see. Are you at 300 yet?
no, probably not. Shit, I probably got less than what I had.
No.
That's what,
You have
yeah,
2 more to go. 2.
yeah, I know. And that's where I was when I started out. See, for
I
some
thought it was
reason,
5.
no, I had 298 when we got on here.
Okay. You're gonna get there.
Got to get some Z's. Have a good night, GoreAphobe, and everyone. Nice meeting you, Karen. Take care. Ha,
Thanks,
ha,
Juno. Nice meeting you too.
yep. Take it easy, Juno. I will see you next time. Hopefully, you join me and Sean and JT tomorrow, or if not, come and join me and my son Thursday night as we do the Black Coat's Daughter.
Cool.
Might not want to take a close look at the Myers Mask in those movies. Laugh out loud. It might ruin it for you, but the issues are there. There's so many issues came and coming, brother. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out Karen's interviews more often. Hell yeah, so pleasant, so personable, man. She got a great channel, man. She
Thank you.
definitely deserves what she's getting. She deserved that 500. I was so happy for you
Oh,
that
I couldn't believe it.
the
I didn't
first
think
thing
I
they
was
said
gonna
was
get
you passed
there.
500. I was like, yes, you cannot start a stream any better than that.
Yeah.
Look, Patrick ain't gonna have the time to see this stream, but he does a fairly good job with it. Believe it or not, Patrick used to support me and I used to support him, but we bumped heads a bit and now we don't. Another solid watch for you guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, man.
Thanks,
I
John.
always try to do it. All I can do is be me and do what I do, and the people that like it, I am very, very, very happy about that, and I am so charmed that that people feel that they can, what's what I'm looking for here? They that they understand me and I understand them. What's the word I'm looking for here? We yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's um connect. I'm so glad that I'm able to connect and people are able to connect to me because that's been one of the hardest things in my life has been making people be able to connect and understand me and where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
I finally found a platform where I can put it in a way where people can connect with me.
Yep. I told you have a good channel. I told you.
Thank you. It's picked up a lot lately, but getting to this 300 is a bitch, just like getting to the 100 was.
It's
But
hard. Yeah. It is.
But I went from 101 to 275 like that, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh no, okay, now we're gonna make you wait forever for the 300. Think
It was
about all
the
just
same for me
excited.
too.
Junebug says, think they're all just excited about the pretty woman. Junebug, you devil, you. Junebug's flirting with you.
No, he's flirting with you.
Oh no! When he says the pretty woman, he definitely ain't talking about GoreAphobe. He talking about
Oh,
you. This is like the 5th time that you flirting, motherfucker. Man, behave yourself.
yeah, behave yourself.
But that's cool. Oh, look, you got her blushing, man. That's kind of cool though. That's fun. That's the way. That's the way. This stream is the way. We didn't have to watch along, but we did a lot of talking and a lot of communicating with the chat, and the chat was just kicking ass.
So
And
fun.
and I this is why I want to do this kind of a show without the watch along with it, because I think this would be
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, you
And
could.
you are welcome to join the very first one that we do if you want.
I will be there.
Awesome,
Absolutely. Yep.
awesome.
That's fun. This was fun.
Let's get the
There was
last
so much
couple.
going on. Usually I was kind of nervous because I was like, oh no, you're going to ask me questions. I'm not going to know what to say. But there's just so much going on. It's just fun,
We're just hanging.
hanging out.
We just hang out over here.
Yeah.
I don't put anybody on the spot. I don't fuck with nobody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We just hang out, have fun. If we have chemistry, it works out well. If not, it don't.
Yeah.
My phone is about to die, y'all. I got 5% power. I can't read the rest of these. I'm so sorry, everybody. I got 5%. Thank you all very much. Thank you very much, Karen. I will get with you. Much love to everybody. And don't forget that I am GoreAphobe and you are not. Have a great night.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Shit, sorry.